Hey guys, ThinQ here, and this is the LG V40 ThinQ. LG's latest device, which we actually have had for about a week. Yes, we've had it for a week. This is not a review. We're doing a full walkthrough. We're going to be showing some camera samples and some other samples from this device. Just not enough time for me to give you a full review. Now, we've got this device. We hung out with some of our YouTube buddies, Danny Wingett, Mr. Mobile, and we got to see this device with its new set of features. Right off the bat, you can clearly see that this is the Morocco blue. Kind of looks black here, but it's the Morocco blue. And it's got 3 cameras at the back right here. 3 cameras in the rear, 2 in the front. You've got a standard 12 megapixels f-stop 1.5. You've got a wide 60 megapixels f-stop of 1.9, and you've got a telephoto 12 megapixels f-stop of 2.4 right there. And that should give you your triple camera setup. There's actually a triple camera mode, which we get to in the camera. Fingerprint sensor is pretty fast and snappy. It's something that I do like. I like the fact that LG has that, and I like the fact that it's snappy and it works out pretty well. The display you're looking at has a notch, which we can hide, but I just want to leave that there for you. 6.4 inches is an OLED display, which means you should get some really nice color representation, and the display looks good. I'll be using with the black wallpaper with, of course, All Might here. Sorry guys, custom wallpaper. Can't share this one yet, but it's pretty cool though. Now, in terms of the build, I do like the build of this device. It feels really solid and comfortable. One of the best devices I've held in my hands. I think LG's done a really good job here. Powered by the 845 processor, it is a fingerprint magnet, as you can clearly see in this video. It's got 4 gigs of RAM. You've got 64 gigabytes of storage, expandable by micro SD. So we've got all that out of the way. What about features in this device? So we've got a Google button right here. Where my finger is, you tap that, that gives you Google Assistant. I think it's also remappable. We've also got a volume rocker right here, right above that. You can increase and reduce your volume, and the power rocker is on the right-hand side. Now, one of the biggest and best things in this device is that it comes with a headphone jack. Not just any headphone jack, one that can power your premium headphones. It's got a 32-bit quad DAC built in. What it means is that simply, if you got something like the Salento headphones from Booredatwork, which are about almost $1,000 for in-ear buds, I know, kind of pricey, but those things are really good. This will power them well with ease. If you got like the Booredatwork DT1990 Pro, 250 ohms. If you understand what I mean, that's a lot of power to drive into your headphones. This will drive it for you. That's something that's pretty cool. Now, charging this via USB Type-C. It's got fast charging, quick charge 3.0. It's got wireless charging as well, IP68. You know, the blah, 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 all that stuff. But it also has, of course, the boombox speaker right there at the bottom. And we gave it a quick test. So let's go ahead and check out how the speakers sound, as well as also how it compares to the G7 ThinQ, because of course, that is the best speaker in terms of loudness that we've seen. So the G7 ThinQ is still louder than the V40, though LG did state that they actually went for more balance than just overall loudness on the speaker. So that could be attributed to why this is not as loud as the G7 ThinQ. But it is quite loud though, and it's got almost a stereo setup because you do have assisted audio from the mic at the very top. So if you actually block this up, this will actually sound. Now, that being said, let's take a look at the software. What do we have here? Running Android 8.1. It is fast, it is snappy. As I said, you've got this 8 gigs of RAM. If we go in and we jump into this here, we can go ahead and clearly see what we have for the system here. And you can see about phone, than what we have in terms of software information. You can see that 8.1 right there on this, which is nice. It's not Pi yet, but I'm sure we'll get there at some point. When we go in to see some of the features we have on this device, go into battery, first thing. This is a 3300 milliamp battery. I'm just gonna drop this a little bit. And this gives me some really good battery life. I was quite impressed with that on this, and I think a lot of people will be overall. The battery life on this thing is really good. It lasted me almost a full day, so I was quite happy with this. And again, the weight too, it's only 5.96 ounces, really light device. I forgot to mention the display is HDR display, plus this device records in HDR. We'll get to that in a second. So we are actually just gonna go back here. A couple of the features that we have, we've got of course lock screen and security, where we can do facial recognition, finger locks, fingerprints, and of course your customized lock pattern if you want that. Now with the display, we do have the second screen, which is what the notch is called. You can make it standard in that look, you can go to custom, you can have different customs, or you can just block it out that way. I'll keep it like this, I'll keep it funky for a little bit. You do rounded corners, you can do flat corners, whichever way you want. So you can customize that screen a little bit if you don't like it like I do, or if you don't care, you can leave it the way it is. HDR video effect on there for this as well, so that's something that's nice. We've got some extensions like smart cleaning, a floating bar, which is right here, and which you can customize and use and move it around. You've got some shortcut keys and of course contextual narrowness. There's also gaming, allow you to, of course, optimize graphics in the game, as well as have game tools while you're actually using your device to play some games. So that is just something to take note. Now, as we move back, sound. Now, this is where you see a couple of things that already in the notification bar. I'm just going to show you off there. You've got DTX 3D surround, which is great for gaming. And you've got, of course, your hi-fi quad DAC, which I mentioned. You can turn and activate them on or turn them off. And turning the hi-fi DAC is something you need to do when listening to audio on this. Absolutely amazing. Definitely will help you out as much as possible. Let's go ahead and take a look at that camera. Now, the camera app has changed a little bit. We're in the front-facing camera right now. We can do, of course, a portrait mode here, and you can see we've got three options. You've got AI cam, portrait, and Google lens. You make sure you want to go ahead and turn that off if you don't want any of those beautification features in there. But when we go into portrait mode, I can go ahead and take a portrait photo. You take that, you can go ahead and customize the bokeh effect. So I can go in here and I can make it thicker, I can make it lighter, I can do that, back and forth. And I would tell you off the bat, it doesn't do much in the foreground as it does with the background, so that's just something to take note. And I've taken a couple other pictures, and as you can see here, this one with the flash, it's just myself here. It does a pretty decent job. I think it does a good job with its portrait modes. You do have a couple of modes you can actually go to for the front-facing camera as well. Now we swipe up to the regular camera. So as I said, there are three cameras. We're now in the portrait mode here for the three cameras. We can take Flash, for instance, who is still here. We can try and do a portrait photo of Flash if we actually get him. Nope, I just tossed Flash away. So I'm going to have Wonder Woman here. But you can go into a portrait mode and take portrait photos, or you can jump out of that quite quickly. And here you can see we've got a couple of new menu options. We've got portrait, triple shot, and AI cam. We also can change our lenses. So I can go to my standard, that was the telephoto, and this is the wide. So you can see how much real estate it takes. Now the triple shot allows you to go in and take 3 shots all at the same time. Now it's a little bit slower, but it will capture all 3. And once you're done, you can actually play it as a video file. So you can actually watch it as a video file or look at each individual image that was taken. So that's something that's also pretty nice. Your AI cam does a little bit more in terms of punching up the colors of the image. So if I take a photo in AI cam, you can see it's just a little bit punchier than the photos in standard mode. So and it also detects what's in that scene as well. Your standard mode being auto. Now we can go ahead and look at some of the modes here. Of course, one of the modes that we saw earlier, as in the day before, is the cine shot. So we can go in and take the cine shot, which is basically a moving image in a static picture. So I'm moving my fingers here. I can go ahead and press that, and it should actually take about 3 to 4 seconds. It basically creates a GIF for you, and that's pretty much what it does. And then you can go ahead and you can customize what you want in motion and put that into effect. And let's see. I want my fingers to be in motion here. And then boom, that's what's in motion. So it's a cool tool, something you can actually add to your viewing repertoire. It's nice. So that's something again that's added this time with the with the V40 ThinQ. Now we have a couple of modes. Of course, we do have our cine video, where you can actually apply LUTs to your videos and record stuff with that as well. You also have your manual mode, where you can go in and take and, you know, of course, customize your photos with manual mode, or you can use Graphy and select a scene from the library there and use that to actually go ahead and take your photo to match the scene that you're looking for. So you transfer the settings for you. Pretty nice and cool feature. I think overall the camera is pretty solid. It's been robust. Nighttime photos are pretty good on the camera as well. They're a little mixed sometimes when it comes to human recognition and how the light bounces. As you can see with this image from my buddy here who was visiting, this first image looks really good, very nice capture. And the other images, again, the same light, just one light source was a candle, which is directly at him. The other ones looked a little bit softer, but still I think I liked what it produces, especially in like places like Times Square. Nighttime shots are really, really nice on this device. Now, you've got, like I said, you've got an 845 processor, so you can game on this thing pretty well. It runs pretty smooth. 4 gigs of RAM may sound like a limitation, but I found it to be just fine and okay, so no issues there. I think overall, this is an interesting device from LG. It meets all the marks. I just have to see what they actually do with this device moving forward. But I think overall, I'm liking what I see. I like the feel. I'm going to play more with the camera. Hopefully I can get Mr. Marian Sales to check this camera out, especially with the 3 lenses at the back. And hopefully we can get that video done for you. It's going to be a very busy time, but stay tuned. Check out our other videos. We'll have, of course, some audio battles with the speakers on this compared to the other devices as well. And if you have any questions or any comments, let me know. If you're looking for this wallpaper, I'm sorry, I cannot share this. I was told not to share this yet, but you can definitely enjoy and look. This is All Might here, if you don't know who that character is. If you have, again, any questions, leave them down below. Otherwise, don't forget to like and share. And, oh, I forgot to mention, there are some promos for either pre-ordering or getting this device, which actually sound pretty cool for the first time from LG. So if you're going to pre-order the V40 ThinQ, you can get a DJI Osmo 2 gimbal and a SanDisk 256GB SD card with an adapter. Approximate value of $258. If you buy the V40 ThinQ, you can get the SD card with it. So think about it, guys. Let me know what you think. Otherwise, like, share, subscribe, and always enjoy your entertainment.